Okay, folks, look, I know why you're here. If I saw that thumbnail, I would too, right? Today, I'm getting ready to show you guys how to make the ultimate loaded breakfast sandwich with a chicken sausage gravy. Let's get it. First thing I like to do is I like to toast my buns, right? This is a potato bun. You know what I mean? Look at this right here. This, okay, versus brioche, this seems to be a little stronger to me, right? And so the integrity holds up. So when you toast it, it's a little bit more firm. You still equally get, the same taste. It's just a difference, between potato and then the egg-based, bun. All right, so once I got them toasted, look at that right there. That's what we're looking for. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so once you finish, all your buns being toasted, like, however you want to do them, right? I'm gonna set these off to the side. Now we finna work with the tots, right? Now, because we bought them, they frozen, these are completely thawed out. That's gonna be key. I'm gonna be using my air fryer. So let's go ahead and do that. And then don't forget, read the instructions on your air fryer and that'll tell you what you guys wanna do. Okay, so look, this is the first thing we finna do. I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna go ahead and preheat this, right? So I wanna preheat this at 400 degrees, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit the start button, add a little time to it. I'll probably just preheat it for about 5 minutes, that's all, just to give it a little bit of a head start. Now after, everything is preheated, right? So let's go ahead and open this up. Now, this is like a pretty large one. I'm gonna go ahead and add my tots to it. I'm not finna overcrowd this, Look, we just get them in here like this. You really don't need, we making burgers. I mean, you can make enough where that you can have some extra also. But when making the burger, you're only gonna put 4 or 5 of them on the top anyway. You know what I mean? So we'll just stick these in here like this. Close this. Now, I'm gonna set it for 400 degrees and we're gonna read the instructions, and my instructions say 10 minutes. Now that the timer's gone, we can take a look at it. You can see that some of these are brown like that. Now, there's nothing wrong with you putting them back in here, you know what I mean? So they can be super crispy. I'm filling them like this. Actually, I'm finna turn them over just a little bit and put them in for another 5 minutes. All right, so once your tots are done, look, this is what we're gonna do. Now this is the chicken andouille, folks. Right, so I'm gonna just cut these off on the edge right here. I slip these in, and this is what I munch on because it's chef's choice, right? So I'll go ahead and get me something to just tie me over. Now what I'm gonna do is, you remember how we used to make them sandwiches and we used a weenie because we didn't have any, bologna. Well, at least on the rare occasions I didn't have any. So we just made ourselves, we took a weenie, split it down the middle like this, and look at that right there. Yes, sir. Now, once these are done, let's go ahead and talk about this. Now, because this is the chicken andouille sausage, you guys can see all of the flavor. You see that right there? That's all of the flavor. This is what I'm talking about now. This is chicken. And then right here, I got a mild Italian chicken sausage, right? So since we're going chicken, let's go chicken. But if you guys, have the option, you can use the pork. For those of you guys who eat the pork, that works too. This is a mild Italian, mild Italian pork sausage. Now my cast iron, this is up to, temp. So we just go ahead and put these in here just like this. Now what it's gonna do is brown these and get these nice. But here gonna be the thing. This is gonna be real nice for y'all. It's gonna leave some flavor down in this pan, in this cast iron, and that's gonna marinate. And this is how we're gonna come up with an outstanding tasting, gravy. All right, so when these are done, look at that right there. I don't need to put all of that. I just wanna go ahead and heat them up on the back side, get them nice. Look at that, ooh, yeah. But you guys can see nothing but flavor here. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and just add our, our chicken sausage. All right, so now I'm just gonna flip this over on this side. You see that? I'm gonna let it build up a little bit of crust. And then what I've been telling everybody forever, you gotta get yourself one of these meat mashers. It not only works when you guys are using that non-stick, that non-stick pan, it won't scrape none of that, but it's still a good tool to get in here to make this ground. All right, so now we get in here, break this up, right? And this will be a good time for us to go ahead and add onions if you wanna add onions to it. You know what I mean? For me, I like to have onion and everything. All right, so look, this is where I'm gonna put a little seasoning in here. Here, I'm gonna be using my A seasoning, and then I got kosher salt, right? So we'll come over here and just give it just a little bit of sprinkle, and it gives it a little bit of color too. You know what I mean? We put this in here, and the salt is nothing going to do nothing but just enhance everything, right? So I'm gonna give it 2 pinches, and that's it. So now you want to make sure you got a medium flame underneath the bottom, right? My onions are coming, coming along just fine. Now what I'm getting ready to do is I'm gonna add myself about a tablespoon. That's just a little bit more of the butter, right? Because we're gonna need a little fat in here. Okay, you can see the butter going. Look at that. It's a whole lot of goodness in here. Now we're just gonna add this over here on the top, just like that. All my new people, you know what I mean? You gotta try these. These are what I call confidence builders, right? This right here gets you right. When you make this, what you get back from your, those who eat your product, you know what I mean? That gives you the encouragement to go ahead and continue on. But look at that right there. All right, so now I'm gonna add my, room temperature cream cheese, right? So we just get that. We wanted to get a little heat on it, move it around. I take my spatula. See what I'm doing right here, folks? Just mash it in. Just let it heat up. It's okay. Let it, get some of that flavor in here too. But we're gonna have it all married together once we add our, our whole milk. Now you guys can use heavy whipping, heavy cream. That's up to you, right? But we do it. I like this right here, what I'm seeing. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add, my whole milk, right? Look at that. You'll see it, look, it's not as white. It's starting to get all of the seasoning in there, right? We on that medium flame, this is how we're gonna create that gravy. Now look at this right here. Now I keep this heat on it and I keep it moving. You know what? Now when we start cooking this and putting that fire underneath, it's gonna thicken up. But don't forget, we putting this on there, so to answer that question would be, we want it thick. But you see that right there? That's a whole lot of flavor. All right, so look at this right here. When I say thick, this is what I want. Because I want it to be able to be on my, my breakfast sandwich. Go ahead and just add this here, right? I'm gonna adjust my fire, I'm gonna bring it up down to a medium flame. I'll start seeing them, the edges form like that. Now we got a lot on top. I take a spatula, tilt this back like this. Look at that right there, right? I like to just do it just like this, anything. That way we can get this, what we scrambled, we can get that on the bottom of the pan so it can cook too. All right, so we getting there. I just let it stay like this. I'm not making an omelet. I got to stop myself because this is how I be making my omelet. Like this, I probably would just like shake it like this and then flip it. You know what I mean? And go from there. But we are making scrambled eggs. So see it how I'm seeing that? Let me just go ahead and do this now. Right? Now that's up to you guys how you want to do them. You don't have to break them all up. I'll leave it like this. And actually now I'm getting ready to turn my fire off. And once you have your fire off, just go ahead, put a lid over the top and just leave it alone, right? And now is the best part, we're getting ready to assemble. Now it's assembly time, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get myself a little mayo, right? And I like to just put myself a little layer of mayo down here. You guys let me know, what would you put down here? Would you make yourself some kind of Cajun aioli or something like that? Or is this gonna be good enough for you? Or you know what would it work too? A burger sauce, right? So we got that there. Now, we finna come with our chicken andouille. Go ahead and get this on here like this. Right? Remove my top. And I think now we're getting ready to put on, some of our egg. Right? So we just add that right there like that. Ooh, my goodness. When I open the top up on there, man, I wish you guys could smell it. Using an infused olive oil, it levels up everything, folks. I'll leave a link if you guys want to purchase some of that. I'll leave a link to their site. That's branchofvineupland.com. It's worth it, folks. Right, now, we're gonna take some of this cheese. We got the heat, we had it underneath the bottom. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it on just like that. We're gonna let that work. Now, remember that gravy? Now we take some of that. Oh my God, look at this. All right, we just put this right here on top. Remember I said it got to be thick. You guys probably should be smiling along with me, so we just get that going. Right? Now, this is gonna serve two purposes. Having the gravy here on this level, check this out. Now when we put our tots on the top, y'all got it, right? We just put these on, right? See how they kind of like just stay on here. Then when I mash them down, oh my goodness. Right? Maybe, look, maybe I need to put some more on there. Right? But you guys see where I'm going with it, right? Now, I'm gonna take a little ketchup. For those of you guys that want to tell me, hey, ketchup don't go on no breakfast burger, I'm gonna just say, okay. Then we just put this right here on top like that. We just give that a little bit of a push. And you see that right there? If that ain't no ultimate breakfast sandwich, I don't know what he is. All right, folks, so look, after you see me put that together, I know you guys was thinking like, hey, what else you would put on there? Only thing it really is missing is I could have put some type of veggie into the gravy, right? This is almost like a sloppy Joe / breakfast burger. You know what I mean? This right here is good. I love ketchup. You guys see it like this? But I gotta take pictures of it, folks. I'm gonna put it over here like this so you guys can see it in all angles. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get my pictures, but I want you guys to talk to me down in the comment section below and let me know, what would you do to level this up? And if this not ultimate, you guys let me know. I'm curious to hear why this is not loaded. Hey, with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and just tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. With that being said, let me take these pictures so we can all eat. I'm out. Peace.